What if I told you right now sitting inside your pocket change could be a coin so powerful, so rare that it could rewrite your fortune overnight? These are not just old pieces of metal. These are silent treasures born decades ago, now worth more than luxury collections hidden behind scratches, patina, and forgotten mint marks. Today, we're opening a vault most people don't even know exists. The Washington quarter dollar secrets. The coins that once jingled in a kid's hand, now shaking the very foundations of the collector's market in America. Every coin you'll see today carries a story of war, pride, and mystery, and a hidden value that could change your life in an instant. So tighten your seatbelt, coin hunters, because by the end of this video, you might just start checking every single quarter you own. This is Rare CoinX Secret, and today we're revealing the 3 most valuable Washington quarter dollars ever discovered. Stay tuned till the end because coin number 1 is something the world thought was gone forever, but one recently resurfaced in a dusty collection, and its price at the latest auction left even the experts speechless. Coin number 1. The 1977 no mint mark Washington quarter, the ordinary coin that could hide an extraordinary secret. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, pulling out what looks like an ordinary quarter, and discovering that collectors are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for the right example. It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what keeps millions of people searching through pocket change every single day. Most 1977 Washington quarters are worth only 25 cents, and thousands still circulate unnoticed. But here's where things get interesting. Every year, a tiny number of coins leave the U.S. Mint with unusual mistakes or survive in such incredible condition that they become prized collectors' items. The challenge is knowing what to look for before someone else finds it. What happened next shocked collectors when seemingly ordinary 1977 quarters began appearing at major auctions with surprisingly high price tags. Could one be hiding in your collection right now? Before you spend another quarter, let's uncover the remarkable story behind the 1977 Washington quarter with no mint mark and reveal the tiny details that can separate an everyday coin from a truly valuable treasure. The 1977 Washington quarter with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During this period, Philadelphia quarters intended for circulation did not carry a mint mark, making the missing mint mark completely normal rather than an error. More than 468 million were produced, so the date itself is not rare. Yet collectors continue searching because condition and genuine mint errors can dramatically increase value. The Washington quarter traces its origins back to 1932, when it was introduced to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1977, America had recently celebrated its bicentennial, and regular quarter production resumed after the special 1776-1976 design. These coins quickly entered everyday circulation, passing through countless cash registers, vending machines, and bank rolls. Most became worn from decades of use, making beautifully preserved examples increasingly difficult to find. The obverse features John Flanagan's classic portrait of George Washington facing left. Liberty appears across the top, In God We Trust is positioned to the left, and the date, 1977, appears below. Because this coin was struck in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark. On the reverse, an American eagle stands proudly with outstretched wings while holding arrows above olive branches, symbolizing both military readiness and peace. The coin measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and is composed of an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. If you examine the edge, you'll notice the distinctive copper-colored stripe that identifies it as a clad coin rather than a silver issue. Most people never notice this, but collectors are not simply looking for the date, they're searching for genuine mint-made errors. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, are among the most dramatic. Broad strikes, clipped planchets, struck through errors caused by debris inside the press, and rare double-struck examples can all command significant premiums. There are also double-die varieties, although strong examples are uncommon and must be carefully authenticated. These are true minting errors, and should not be confused with ordinary damage caused after the coin entered circulation. This tiny detail could change everything. A 1977 quarter in worn condition is generally worth face value. However, a coin preserved in exceptional mint state condition with full original luster and very few contact marks can be worth far more. Professional grading becomes especially important for high-end examples because even a single point difference on the grading scale can dramatically affect market value. Auction records prove that condition matters. Most circulated examples remain worth only 25 cents. Attractive uncirculated examples often sell for modest premiums. Coins certified in superb gem grades by leading grading services have sold for hundreds of dollars, and the finest known examples have realized several $1,000s at auction. Genuine major mint errors can also sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the type of error, its rarity, and overall eye appeal. Collector demand remains steady because Washington quarter specialists aim to assemble complete date and mint collections in the highest possible grades. Registry set collectors compete intensely for the finest certified examples, and unusual mint errors attract a completely different group of specialists willing to pay substantial premiums for truly exceptional pieces. Hidden details often escape casual observers. Experienced collectors examine the sharpness of Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the overall strike quality. They also inspect the coin under magnification for die cracks, die chips, and other legitimate mint-made characteristics. Original mint luster is another important clue. A cleaned or polished coin may appear shiny, but it usually loses much of its collector value because the original surface has been altered. Be cautious of misleading claims online. Some sellers advertise ordinary stained, toned, or damaged 1977 quarters as being worth tens of thousands of dollars. Natural discoloration, scratches, corrosion, or dirt do not make a coin rare. Likewise, a missing mint mark on a Philadelphia 1977 quarter is completely normal and is not an error. Valuable coins are typically authenticated and graded by respected third-party grading services before bringing premium prices. Now we arrive at the big reveal. The value may leave you speechless, but only if your coin is truly exceptional. A normal circulated 1977 no mint mark quarter is worth face value. A superb uncirculated coin certified among the finest known can sell for hundreds or even several $1,000s. A dramatic, authenticated mint error in outstanding condition may also command impressive prices at auction. Those are the coins collectors dream of finding. So before you cash in that old coin jar or spend the change sitting in your pocket, slow down and take a closer look. Examine every 1977 quarter carefully. Check its condition, inspect it for genuine mint errors, and if you discover something unusual, consider having it professionally authenticated. Your next remarkable discovery could already be hiding in plain sight. And don't go anywhere, because in our next video, we'll reveal another seemingly ordinary US coin with a fascinating history and a rare variety that has stunned collectors for years. You won't want to miss it. Next up, the 1986 Washington quarter, the ordinary coin that could be worth far more than 25 cents. Have you ever emptied your pockets at the end of the day and tossed a handful of quarters into a jar without giving them a second thought? What if one of those ordinary-looking coins wasn't ordinary at all? Imagine discovering that a single quarter you almost spent on a vending machine could attract serious attention from collectors. It sounds impossible, but that's exactly why thousands of people search through bank rolls, inherited collections, and old coin jars every day. But here's where things get interesting. While millions of 1986 Washington quarters were made, only a tiny fraction survive in extraordinary condition or with genuine mint errors. Those are the coins that can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Most people never notice this because the differences are incredibly small, yet those tiny details can completely transform a coin's value. Before you spend another quarter, let's uncover the fascinating story behind the 1986 Washington quarter and reveal why collectors continue hunting for this modern coin decades after it left the U.S. Mint. The 1986 Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and carries the P Mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Unlike Philadelphia quarters made before 1980, which generally had no mint mark, quarters from 1986 proudly display the P. More than 550 million examples were struck for circulation, making the date itself common. Yet, despite its large mintage, truly exceptional examples remain surprisingly elusive, because most entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear over time. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1932. By 1986, it had become one of the most familiar coins in the country, changing hands millions of times every day. While the design remained largely unchanged, every coin still represented the precision and craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Today, collectors appreciate these quarters not because they are all rare, but because finding flawless survivors has become increasingly difficult. The obverse features John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington facing left. Above him appears the word Liberty, while In God We Trust is positioned to the left. The date, 1986, sits below, and the small P mint mark appears near Washington's ribbon. The reverse showcases the majestic heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows above olive branches, surrounded by United States of America, EPLUBUSUNUM, and the denomination $quarter. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and is struck on a copper core clad with copper nickel. The copper-colored stripe visible along the edge confirms that it is a clad coin rather than silver. Most people never notice this, but the real excitement begins when collectors search for genuine mint-made errors. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, struck-through errors, and multiple struck examples are all known for Washington quarters from this era. Some 1986 P quarters also exhibit double die characteristics, although strong examples are uncommon and require expert verification. Die cracks, die chips, and retained cut errors are additional mint-made varieties that specialists actively search for because they make each coin unique. This tiny detail could change everything. Condition is often more important than the date itself. A heavily worn 1986 P quarter is generally worth only face value, but an uncirculated example with blazing original mint luster and almost no contact marks can be worth many times more. Coins certified in superb gem grades by professional grading services are especially difficult to find because even tiny imperfections can lower a grade. Auction results demonstrate just how important condition can be. Ordinary circulated examples are worth 25 cents. Attractive mint state coins often sell for modest premiums. However, the finest certified examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, and the very best registry quality coins have realized well over $1,000 at major auctions. Genuine, dramatic mint errors can also command impressive prices, especially when they are visually striking and authenticated by a respected grading service. Collector demand remains strong because modern Washington quarter specialists compete for the finest known examples. Registry set collectors often pay significant premiums to upgrade their collections by a single grading point. Meanwhile, mint-era collectors eagerly pursue unusual production mistakes that make each coin one of a kind. What happened next shocked collectors when seemingly ordinary rolls of bankrupt quarters produced pristine, untouched examples decades after they were minted. These discoveries proved that remarkable coins can still emerge from unexpected places. Hidden away in forgotten collections, unopened rolls, and family coin jars are quarters that may never have seen circulation, preserving their original brilliance for nearly 40 years. Hidden details separate valuable coins from ordinary ones. Experts carefully inspect Washington's hair, the lettering, the eagle's feathers, and the coin's fields for signs of wear or cleaning. They also check the edge for the correct copper core and examine the surfaces under magnification for die markers or mint-made anomalies. A cleaned coin may appear shiny, but artificial polishing usually reduces collector value rather than increasing it. Be cautious of exaggerated claims online. Tunning, stains, scratches, dirt, or discoloration do not automatically make a 1986 P quarter valuable. Likewise, there is no regular silver 1986 P circulation quarter. The most valuable examples are those with exceptional certified grades or authentic mint errors, not ordinary circulated coins with environmental damage. Now comes the exciting reveal. The value may leave you speechless, but only if your coin is truly exceptional. A normal circulated 1986 p-quarter is worth face value. A superb certified mint state example can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000, while dramatic authenticated mint errors may also bring substantial premiums depending on their rarity and eye appeal. That's why experienced collectors never judge a coin by its date alone. So before you spend another quarter or cash in that forgotten jar of change, slow down and take a closer look. The next coin you examine could hold a fascinating story and perhaps a surprising value. Check every detail carefully, preserve unusual coins, and consider professional grading if you believe you've found something special. And don't miss our next episode, because we'll uncover another modern US coin with a hidden variety that continues to surprise collectors and send auction prices soaring. Next up, the 1984 D Washington Quarter, the everyday coin that could surprise you. Have you ever looked at the spare change in your pocket and wondered if one tiny coin could be worth far more than its face value? It sounds like something out of a treasure hunting movie, but every year collectors make incredible discoveries in ordinary pocket change. One of those coins is the 1984 D Washington Quarter. At first glance, it seems completely ordinary, a quarter that millions of Americans spent on groceries, bus fares, or vending machines. But here's where things get interesting. Not every 1984 D quarter is created equal. Some escaped the US Mint with remarkable minting errors, while others survived in nearly flawless condition for decades. Those are the coins that collectors eagerly pursue. What happened next shocked collectors when a handful of superb examples began appearing at major auctions, proving that even a modern quarter can command impressive prices. Before you spend another quarter, let's uncover the fascinating story behind the 1984 D Washington Quarter and reveal the hidden details that could change the way you look at your spare change forever. The 1984 D Washington Quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse beside George Washington's ponytail. More than 676 million were produced, making it one of the year's high mintage issues. Because so many entered circulation immediately, the overwhelming majority became worn through everyday use. Ironically, this widespread circulation makes pristine survivors much scarcer than many people realize. The Washington Quarter has represented American coinage since 1932. By 1984, it had become one of the nation's most familiar coins, passing through millions of hands each day. Although it was produced in huge numbers, collectors today appreciate the challenge of finding examples with sharp strikes, original mint luster, and almost no contact marks. High-quality survivors are becoming increasingly difficult to locate because relatively few people saved them when they were new. The obverse displays John Flanagan's timeless portrait of George Washington facing left. Above him appears Liberty, while In God We Trust is positioned to the left. The date, 1984, appears below, and the small D mint mark confirms production at the Denver Mint. The reverse features the classic heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows over olive branches, surrounded by United States of America, EPLUBUSUNUM, and quarter dollar. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and consists of outer copper-nickel layers bonded to a pure copper core. The visible copper stripe along the edge is one of the easiest ways to identify it as a standard-clad quarter rather than a silver issue. Most people never notice this, but collectors rarely focus only on the date. Instead, they search for authentic mint-made errors. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, struck-through errors, die cracks, retained cuds, and rare double-struck examples are among the most sought-after discoveries. While major double-die varieties are uncommon for this date, any authenticated doubling or unusual die variety can significantly increase collector interest. These mint-made errors occurred during production and are completely different from damage caused after the coin entered circulation. This tiny detail could change everything. The condition of the coin often matters far more than its mintage. A worn example generally remains worth face value, but an uncirculated coin with bright original mint luster, sharp details, and very few marks can be worth substantially more. Professional grading services carefully evaluate every tiny imperfection, and even a 1-point increase in grade can dramatically affect a coin's market value. Auction results clearly demonstrate the importance of condition. Most circulated 1984 D quarters are worth only 25 cents. Attractive mint state examples often sell for modest premiums. However, the finest certified registry quality coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, and exceptional specimens have realized more than $1,000 at major auctions. Dramatic authenticated mint errors have also sold for impressive amounts, depending on the rarity and visual appeal of the mistake. Collector demand continues to grow because registry set collectors compete fiercely for the highest graded examples. Many enthusiasts attempt to assemble complete Washington quarter collections with the finest certified coin for every date and mint. At the same time, mint error specialists eagerly pursue unusual production mistakes, creating strong demand for authentic error coins from the 1980s. Hidden details often separate valuable coins from ordinary ones. Experts inspect the sharpness of Washington's hair, the lettering, the eagle's feathers, and the fields under magnification. They look for uninterrupted mint luster that flows across the surface as the coin is tilted under light. They also check for die polishing lines, die cracks, and other mint-made characteristics that help authenticate unusual varieties. A cleaned or polished coin may appear shiny, but it usually loses significant collector value because its original surface has been altered. Be careful not to fall for exaggerated claims online. A dark tone, scratches, dirt, corrosion, or discoloration does not automatically make a 1984 D quarter valuable. Likewise, a regular 1984 D quarter is not silver. The coins that command premium prices are those with exceptional certified grades or genuine mint errors verified by respected third-party grading services. Now comes the exciting reveal. The value may leave you speechless, but only if your coin is truly extraordinary. A normal circulated 1984 D quarter is worth face value. A superb certified mint state example can sell for hundreds or even more than $1,000, while dramatic authenticated mint error examples may bring even higher prices depending on rarity and collector demand. Those are the discoveries that keep coin hunters searching through rolls, collections, and pocket change every single day. So before you cash in your coin jar or spend that next quarter without a second thought, slow down and examine it carefully. The smallest detail, a genuine mint error, exceptional preservation, or a remarkable strike, could make all the difference. Your next valuable discovery could already be sitting in your pocket. And don't miss our next video, because we're uncovering another modern Washington quarter with an incredible minting story and a rare variety that continues to amaze collectors across the country. You may already own one without even knowing it.